everyone, I'm Adrienne Everheart, your feminine energy dating relationship coach. Why do men say they love us, then they do something that actually hurts us? So in this video, I'm taking some of your questions to give you advice from my Everheart answer cards. You can find these over on my website. They're like coaching in a box. And I'm going to answer the question about why a man hurts you when he says he loves you. So I'm going to read the question that came in from one of my viewers, and it says, "Dear Adrienne, here goes my questions. My boyfriend abandons me all the time, and he's not there for me. He had the option to stay the night at my house and didn't take it because he didn't feel like it. And we got into an argument on the phone about it, and after he said, I just don't want to go to sleep, leaving me in tears. How can he say he loves me when he doesn't prioritize me? If anyone knows how to help or what I should say or do, please help." So I'm going to show you using my answer deck how to tap into your own feminine energy. This is 54 cards. I've already shuffled them. In the deck, it comes with an instruction booklet. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how can he say he loves you, he wants to be with you, but he won't even spend the night with you. He's not prioritizing you. So one of the things that I talk about in my program, Fem Tools for Dating, is that when you commit to someone, you have something called the terms and the agreements. The terms and agreements are how often we date, how often we see each other, how often we sleep over at each other's house. Do we always split the bill when it comes to food or groceries or dining out or travel or whatever it may be? Before you get into a committed relationship, you want to work out the terms and conditions. But for the sake of this reading, we're going to go ahead and use my deck. So the first card is what's really bugging you. This one came up in another reading recently, and that's where there's something else bothering you. There's something else going on. And this is where you need to get in touch with your inner girl and really say to her, you know, what's bothering you? What's really bugging you? What's going on? I want this man to stay with me. Why? Why is it bothering me so bad that he isn't staying with me 3 nights out of the week or 4 nights out of the week or whatever it is that you two have discussed or that you need? I want you to get in touch with, why is it bugging me so bad? What is it that I'm really needing with that, okay? Good question for you to go deeper and ask yourself. The next card is, oh boy, you know, these cards are filled with my intuition, and when something like this comes up, I just feel like we're really spot on, and that is, do his words match his actions? Hearing there's no one like you, or even I love you, feels lovely, yet is he really there for you? So if you can see here, I'm going to lift this card up. You can see that it actually has a little script here. Now some of these scripts are in my ebook, 500 Ways to Talk to a Man, but not all of them, just a few that went along with the questions in some of these cards. So this one says, feels amazing to hear these words, but I'm looking for a regular dating relationship, commitment / quality time where we can see each other 2 to 3 times a week. What do you think? And then let him answer. So Paige, who asked this question, I really encourage you to use the script. You need to ask the guy, you know, you need to be able to tell him what you're feeling and what you're looking for in a regular dating relationship. And if it's not really adding up, it's time to think about quantum dating and expanding your circle on seeing other men, having other men in your life, because otherwise you're just committing to one person who's not really meeting your needs. In Fem Tools for Dating, I teach you more about that. So worry not, I give you a protocol. This next card, again, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm not pre-selecting these. They're coming up all on their own. And this one is, most men will abandon you at some point. This may be imaginary, temporary, long-term, or intermittent, but the latter feels the worst because part of you will forever be waiting for the other shoe to drop. Intermittent abandonment. So this is when a guy is like, hey, everything's feeling good. I'm going great. We're on an upswing. I want to be with you all the time. He gets you. He loves you. He soaks you up. And then with a lot of men, they kind of reach their limit of how much they can be in that relationship. And this doesn't mean that they drop the relationship, but this is why men need time and space. They need to recharge. So this is where you want to make sure that he's wanting to see you every night of the week, wanting to call you all the time. And it feels great, but you really want to have your boundaries. You want to be able to say, I'm just really going to do this other thing. And it would feel so good to see you, on Thursday night or Saturday night. But tonight I'm really just doing my own thing. I'm taking a study course online, or I'm reading some books, or I want to organize my closets, or I want to spend time with my children or my pets or my family. Whatever it is, keep your life rich, full, and juicy, because most men at some point will abandon you. Now, this doesn't mean it's the end of the relationship. It's just time to have that terms and conditions conversation, which is, where do you see us going? For me to be in a regular dating relationship, I need to be able to date someone at least 2 or 3 times a week. At one point in time when Jeff and I were getting back together, he wanted to see me just 2 days a week. And it was like on a Tuesday and like a Friday. And every day in between then, I was kind of like, what am I doing with my life? Like, is it just this guy on Tuesdays and Thursdays until he figures himself out? And that just didn't feel right to me. So that's where you really want to have like your quantum dating circle. You want to have other people you're dating, because if it's not this guy, if he's not going to show up for you, you need to be open to receiving and finding the man that will. All right, so I'm going to read you the script on this one. It says, I feel discarded when we don't speak for days. I want a healthy love where I can talk openly with my man. So this is something you can say to him, and most importantly, it's something you can say to yourself. You want to be able to have that healthy, loving relationship. It needs to be mutual. It needs to be going in both directions. All 3 of these cards really kind of blow my mind, because they're all answering the question about, why does he abandon me? Why does he leave me? What can I say or do? All 3 of these cards answer that for you. All right, ladies, I hope this video has been helpful. My cards really are like coaching in a box. I encourage you get a deck of your own. They're at my website or over at Amazon. And also check out Fem Tools for Dating. Even if you're already dating a guy, even if you're already in a dating relationship, that program has a protocol. It has all of these extra valuable things you can use. It's a video program. It comes with the VIP library. You definitely want to go to my website, everheartcoaching.com, and check that out. All right, thanks so much for joining me today. Much love. Bye-bye.